if you know what I mean. Dishing out the truth about the royal scene with a fist of fire and a voice so keen. Hitting hard with those ultra-brit vibes, no sugarcoating, no false alibis. Tearing down the lies she despised. Yorkshire lass with fire in her eyes. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines. In a sea of fake, she's a beacon bright, unraveling the drama without a fright. Armored with honesty, ready to fight. Injustice quivers at her sight. Unbreakable will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Stef's world, truth is intertwined. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines. Will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Stef's world, truth is intertwined. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. And soul that shine.
Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition. How are you all doing? How has your weekend been? Oh my goodness, my weekend has been absolutely chock-a-block. You have no idea. But guys, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what's coming up for today's Daily Nerd Live for Sunday, the 22nd of June, 2025. Well, first and foremost, you know all those headlines saying that Prince has extended an invite to the Invictus Games in the UK to the royal family? Well, yeah, King Charles and Prince William have responded and they have rejected him. So I'm going to be going through their response. Then we're going to get on to the second topic, which is Meg's Netflix nightmare. Brand new Netflix nightmare for our Megzy, because Meghan Markle's rumoured new royal hit piece has been blocked by King Charles and his new deal with Netflix. How, why, what the deuce is going on? We'll jump into that for the second topic for today's live stream. We'll then roll on to the third topic, with Meghan Markle reigniting that feud with Victoria Beckham to promote her as Everclothes. Guys, this is insane when I saw this story. So we'll be rolling into that for the third topic for today's live stream. And then the fourth one, you guys, is entirely up to you. What do I mean by that? Well, to unlock today's bonus Hazard and Megzy story, only if you can, please contribute to today's super chat goal. We need a total of 10 super chats to unlock the Hazard and Megzy bonus story for today's live stream in the next hour. only if you can, of course. But yeah, that is what is coming up for today's Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition for Sunday the 22nd of June 2025. For those that are watching on the replay, fast forward 5-10 minutes and I will have started the first topic for today's live stream. I just want to say hi to a couple of people that have joined live on this stream right now. So first and foremost, my goodness, thank you so much to Aussie 2025 for gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of Aussie 2025, who is going to respond back and officially kick off today's gifting wars. Guys, we may soon find out. Also, as well, thanks to Aussie 2025 for sending this super chat before the live stream started. $2.99 sugar bucks. Thank you so much, saying this is gonna be epic as always. Well, thank you for your support, Ozzy. Really appreciate your face there. Let's see. Oh, so many people saying, hey up, Stef. Hey up. Hey, Sarge is in the chat. Hey up, Sarge. And Aussie 2025 to kick things off. Thank you so much for kicking things off with the first super chat towards today's goal. Appreciate your face as always, Aussie 2025. Also as well, Moira Vesti, thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks and contributing to today's super chat goal. We are just 8 more away now from unlocking the bonus Hazard and Megxie story. And just to give you a little bit of a taster of what that is, Megxie's real reason for the As Ever's second product drop over the weekend. She did a U-turn, didn't she? A couple of weeks ago, she said that she wasn't going to be releasing anything until next year. All of a sudden, she does a U-turn and she's done a second product drop for As Ever over the weekend. Why? Well, let me just give you something to tempt you potentially. It's got everything to do, allegedly, with Netflix. So if you guys want to know how Netflix is potentially involved in Megxie's reason for doing a U-turn and doing a second product drop for As Ever over the weekend, then only if you can, of course, guys, please contribute to today's super chat goal. Wendy Marino, another live bow to Stef. Thank you so much. And Patty Nyhoff, thank you so much for the $1.49 sugar bucks. This is a super chat sticker, so please bear in mind that super chat stickers, for some reason, still do not contribute towards the super chat goal. That's a YouTube thing. That's not a me thing. That's a YouTube thing. But Patty, thank you so much for that. Una Pecora, thank you so much for joining and becoming our newest leader. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of Una Pecora. Appreciate your face. Lisa Boo, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks. Saying much love and make sure you hit that like all. Yes, make sure you hit that like button. And before we go into the first topic for today's live stream, thank you so much to Shelley Roylance to being the 4th contributor to today's super chat goal, the $1.99 sugar bucks. Thank you so much. So only 6 more away now, you guys, from unlocking the bonus Hazard and Megxie story. And to be fair, the party doesn't stop on this channel. Oh, no. If you want more content from me, then if you haven't done so already, make the jump over to my second channel, Political Nerds. The last 48 hours, we surpassed 30,000 political nerds in the community. I'm absolutely amazed. So thank you so much to everyone that's been supporting me over on my second channel. We're having so much fun over on Political Nerds. If you don't want to miss out, make sure you subscribe today. For those watching live, the link to the channel is pinned right at the top of the live chat. And for those watching on the replay, it's in the description bar below. With that being said, guys, let's get into it, shall we? For those that, gift, sorry, when I could get my brain back in here. Brain fart. Don't know why, but there we go. Let's move on from it, right? So for those of that may want to gift leaderships, contribute to today's super chat goal, or send a super chat sticker or a leader only chat, I will get to your chats as and when I can whilst I'm going through the first topic for today's live stream, which is yes, Prince Harry's Invictus invite has officially been rejected by King Charles and Prince William, because we're seeing this headline all over the place, right? So this is a Daily Mail exclusive. Treat that as a pinch of salt, guys. Saying Prince Harry will extend olive branch to King Charles and Prince William by inviting them to the next Invictus Games, but finale is set to clash with the Queen's 80th birthday. And so the Daily Mail saying it's the strongest indication yet that Prince Harry is keen for reconciliation with the royal family. But sources say that the timing of the invitation was designed to give the royal family the best possible chance of attending, because insiders are saying that King Charles, he books everything like 3 years in advance. And so Ingrid Stewart said the king might attend to show support for the armed forces and congratulate Harry on the most significant success in his life. The only reason the king is wary of associating with his son is that he no longer trusts him not to repeat their private conversations as he has done in the past. This goes for all the working members of the family. And so fellow royal commentator Katie Nichols says the king absolutely wants a relationship with his youngest son and with his grandchildren. He has an incredible capacity for forgiveness, and he wants to be magnanimous in all of this. And therefore, there's certainly a possibility that the king might consider attending Invictus. Okay. Now, we also have a source telling the Mail on Sunday, quote, Harry has agreed that Invictus should extend an invitation to his family. Invictus hopes the royal family will come along to support the wounded veterans taking part. Harry is hopeful his father will set aside their differences to attend the Invictus Games and support veterans. The royals have always been hugely supportive of Invictus and proud of what Harry has achieved in that arena. This is one olive branch from him, which might be reciprocated. Now, this is the thing, right? A lot of you guys, respectfully, have missed this. Notice how that article, right, that I've just given you a bit of an overview on, right, was released on the 21st of June, at 10 o'clock at night, okay? That I'm highlighting right here underneath the reporter's name, Charlotte Griffiths. Apologies, frog in my throat. So notice that, right? Okay. Well, guys, this article comes out straight after, about an hour and 30 minutes later. Here, you see it, 21st of June, 2025 at 23:35. The original article where Prince Harry's like, I'm going to invite him to the Invictus Games to extend an olive branch, was an hour and a half prior at 22:01. Again, on the same date, 21st of June, 2025. And so right after Prince Hazard, Team Sussex, whatever, leaks this to the press to try and make Hazard all magnanimous and, you know, him wanting to extend the olive branch and him doing everything that he can, trying to make him out to be a saint, right? Yeah, an hour and a half later, interesting how this report comes out. And I don't see this as a coincidence, do you? I see this, in my opinion, conspiracy theory or whatever, of Prince William responding back to this BS, okay? Because here, the article is then saying that Prince William is no longer angry at Prince Harry's outbursts at the royal family and doesn't talk about his brother at all anymore. And so, essentially, if he's not talking about his brother anymore, then he doesn't want anything to do with his brother. And so this article coming out an hour and a half after Team Hazard, Team Sussex turns around and says, we want to invite the royals to Invictus. This is the royal family letting us know they ain't going to the Invictus Games. Number one, because Prince William just doesn't talk about his brother anymore. Can't be bothered. He is out. He is done. So any invite to the Invictus Games, it's going to fall on deaf ears because Prince William doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. And so here a source is claiming Prince William now feels indifference towards Prince Harry's outbursts and no longer talks about his brother. So a friend of Prince William said he no longer cares what his brother says about the royal family to the public. Quoted by the Sunday Times saying, "What struck me the most recently is that he just doesn't mention it at all. It used to be that the family stuff was taking up a lot of space in his head. It was a very close relationship and he was very upset. But he's not letting it get to him at all anymore. It's a change. It's sad, but it's a much healthier space for him to be at." It is, isn't it? And so, you know, this comes after multiple reports. Prince William is still set to remove their titles when he becomes king. I've reported it on this channel. Your favourite Megxiteers have reported it as well on their respective channels here on YouTube. And so, again, if Prince William was all of a sudden going to be happy to accept an invite to the Invictus Games from Prince Hazard, then we wouldn't be seeing reports like this where he's turning around and saying he no longer talks about his brother anymore. And we would no longer be seeing reports, repeated reports, that when Prince William ascends to the throne, Prince Hazard and Megxie can kiss their titles bye-bye. We also have repeated claims from insiders that the bond between Prince William and Prince Harry is irreparably damaged. There is no chance of a reconciliation at this point. And again, here, whilst King Charles has hesitated to formally strip the royal titles, Prince William reportedly has no such hesitation to remove them once he becomes king. And then comes the repeated reports that King Charles refuses to speak to Hazard. So think about it, right? If King Charles continues to refuse to speak to Hazard, then any invite for the Invictus Games is also going to be ignored as well. So if King Charles and Prince William won't speak to him, with the added notion that the Sussexes will say bye-bye to their titles once Prince William becomes king, you think that the royals, Prince William, King Charles, are going to accept this Invictus Games invite with Hazard? Nah. You see, with so many reports out there that show that their relationship with Hazard is non-existent at this point, I think Hazard should take all these reports that we are continuously seeing in the media as the royals rejecting his insane Invictus Games invitation. Especially this report that you see in here on screen, where this was released an hour and a half after Team Sussex leaked this story, with Hazard wanting to extend the olive branch to King Charles and Prince William to invite them to the Invictus Games. Well, an hour and a half later, this report then comes out responding to it. How can there be a scenario where King Charles and Prince William attends the Invictus Games and Prince William doesn't even talk about his brother anymore, has no contact in whatsoever, and similar to King Charles, he refuses contact with Hazard at this point? Think about it, guys. Think about it. Now, looking at a couple of reactions that I got from Twitter, here, the Office of CB says, "I've got news for you, jerk. King Charles does not need an invitation from anyone, least of all you, to attend the Invictus Games. So shove your olive branch, preferably sideways, up your backside and get back to your bong." I don't know why I said it like that, but whenever I see the word bong, I just think of, the bong kind of noise. I'm of course I'm gonna leave it in. Have fun with that, guys. Bong. Anywho, so that's the first reaction that I saw on Twitter that I wanted to share with you. The second one that I wanted to share is from According to Taz. Make sure you subscribe to her here on YouTube. And this really is the crux to all of it, right? Because Hazard knows ultimately that King Charles and Prince William are going to reject any invite to the Invictus Games because they don't want anything to do with him, as per the reports I've just gone through with you guys, right? But this is a Machiavellian move by Prince Hazard that he thinks the world is going to fall for. I don't think so. I see right through it. Do you guys? Because according to Taz here says, look, of course he's done this publicly, inviting the King and Prince William to the Invictus Games and giving a press announcement. It's to put their backs to the wall, because if they turn it down, he can play a victim again. He's a sly little shit. The other insidious kind of thing to this is with Prince William and King Charles rejecting Hazard's invite to the Invictus Games. Not only could Hazard try and play the victim yet again in all of this, but he could also try and spin this and turn around and say, well, they're not just rejected me, they've rejected all the wounded veterans that are going to be taking part in the Invictus Games. The royal family cares so much about our veterans, but they've rejected an invite to the Invictus Games? Oh, they're really evil, aren't they now, the royals? Ooh. I got a sneaky suspicion that Prince Hazard, Team Sussex, are going to try and play that card. If they do, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it at all. With that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. We're going to be getting on to the next story shortly. Meghan Markle's new royal hit piece has been blocked by King Charles and his new Netflix deal. How, why, what the deuce is going on? For those watching live, I'm going to go through that topic in a moment. But for those watching live or on the replay, if you haven't done so already, please make sure on your way out you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. What do you think to Hazard's Invictus invite to the royal family? How should the royal family respond to Hazard's Invictus invite? If you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comments down below. If you're watching on the live, let me know in the live chat. With that being said, again, live, stay exactly where you are. Everyone else, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, and that was your your first story for today's live stream. And the screen's going a little bit bananas at the moment. Apologies for that. Richard Waybright, thank you so much for the $5 sugar bucks. Really, really appreciate your face. Also, as well, Una Pecora, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks whilst I was going through the first story for today's live stream. Really, really appreciate your face. Big SM in the chat. Hey up, Stephen Magnus. How's it going, mate? Saying Method Communications LLC, PR company for Meg's twerking post. Company acquired in 2023 by Chime Group Holdings Limited, UK company. Ooh. I wonder if there's any kind of link to that and like Meg's companies or something. I don't know. Just seems, I don't know. It just seems a little bit dodgy. But yeah, you know, that could just be my bias looking at Meg's and being like, nothing's really straight with her in the first place. Anyhow, Susan King, thank you so much for that very, very generous $10 sugar bucks. My goodness. Saying most people fully support Prince William doing whatever is necessary to get Hazard, Megxie, and their reputed children gone. Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, I don't think there are going to be protests in the middle of the street once Prince William removes their titles. If anything, I think there's going to be parties, street parties. We'll put out the bunting and everything. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely. Big SM, thank you so much for contributing to the Super Chat goal yet again with the £2 sugar bucks, saying 7 of 10. Actually, I make you 8 out of 10. Susan King just picked you to the post beam the 7th. But nonetheless, Big SM, thank you so much for that. Appreciate your face. And there we go. Big SM, always, you know, trying to be on the right side. Sorry, 9 of 10. Yeah, there you go. You got that one right. Thank you so much, Big SM. Sarge, great point here. The Gaslighting Award goes to Yep, 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 yep. Priyanki Bordaloy says, Hazza wants reconciliation, but Megsy is still complaining about the royal family. Yep. Chris Mills, thank you so much for the £10 sugar bucks. Very, very kind of you and very generous. Thank you. Saying, great chat tonight. Hazza is due at the Travel Tech Show on the 25th of June, 2025 for Travelist, short 2 years. Well, we'll see what happens there. And Mike Drop Lisa, thank you so much for your sugar bucks, saying, please stop with all the speculation about Harry. What in particular? What in particular? Because I don't think it's speculation to turn around and say that the royal family in the media have rejected Haz's Invictus invite when Haz's Invictus invite was released in the media on the 21st of June at 22:01. And then, as far as I'm concerned, the royals rejecting it an hour and a half later publicly at 23:35, saying Prince William don't talk about his brother anymore, wants nothing to do with him. So if Prince William don't talk about his brother anymore and wants nothing to do with him, then why would he, in that scenario, accept Haz's Invictus invite? Alongside all the other reports that I went through, they're all indicating one thing. Prince William and King Charles want nothing to do with Hazza, Megsy and the Sussexes. They've broke off all contact. It's just not happening at this point. So if they broke off all contact and it's not happening at this point, why would they accept Hazza's invite to the Invictus Games? You see where I'm coming from, hon? So I don't think it's just mere speculation. I think it's speculation based on, evidence that I see in the articles, in what the mainstream media is providing. The other way I'm trying to say it is, I'm not just speculating and putting this information out there without any backup. Do you see where I'm coming from there, hon? But thank you so much anyway for your feedback there, Mike Drop Lisa. I appreciate your face, hon. I hope you're doing all right. So yeah, with that being said, let's crack on with the second topic for today's live stream. Meghan Markle's new royal hit piece has been blocked by King Charles and his new Netflix deal. This is Megsy's brand new royal Netflix nightmare coming to life. So let's get into it right now. Sorry, I'm going to do that again in a moment. I just saw something. Let me have a look. Mike Drop Lisa says, nope, not about that, Stef. And I'm talking about everyone in chat. Carol says, it's a speculation and not confirmed. Oh! What? Stef, the reports that Harry is OD'd and is in hospital. What? Really? And Mike Drop Lisa, I see your super chat. Speculation about Harry ODing. Really? Sorry, I've never done this before, but stop the presses. What the hell? Huh? Okay, so this is what I've got. All right, so I've just Googled it, right? To see what the deuce is going on here. So Prince Harry overdose, which is horrific to even have to search for that in the first place. 2 minutes ago, Lady C reveals Harry's in the hospital. Reportedly being hospitalised due to an overdose. Prince Harry found unconscious. Meghan Markle flees. Lady C reveals Harry rushed to the hospital after Meghan and Daria gave him... What? No. No, 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 no. 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 Until... No. No. Until there's more reputable reports about this, then yeah, this is sheer speculation without anything to back it up, which I don't like doing. Unless like I'm discussing a blind item, and you guys know I'm discussing a blind item. I'm very much like, you know, straight on you guys with that, yeah? Completely honest, completely open. Yeah, no. If God forbid Prince has a OD'd, no disrespect, it's not just gonna be us YouTubers that's gonna be reporting on it. It would literally be at the top of the newsfeed. It would be absolutely everywhere. It'd be earth-shattering. Wow. Okay. So at the moment, no, I'm not going into it. I'm not going into that. There's no one in the mainstream media that reported on it to give it any further credence to this particular rumor that I'm gonna call it at the moment. Yeah, and something like that is not. Yeah, it's no. It's just not appropriate. No, it's not. It's not appropriate to discuss that. It really isn't. Unless it's been reported in the mainstream media, confirmed, and that information is out there, I'm not touching that. And on the unfortunate happenstance that has happened, my goodness, I wish him a speedy recovery. And that, you know, mentally and physically he gets back on the right track if he has done this. But no, at the moment I'm inclined. I'm not. No, I'm not gonna be reporting on that until I find further evidence to. Yeah, yeah. No. Okay. I'm gonna get off this story, this little bit of a sidetrack, because I have to admit it is making me feel a little bit uncomfortable, talking about it. The only reason why, is because, when I was younger and going through, the worst of my mental health, when I was getting to grips with what happened to me when I was a child, I did make an attempt. So, yeah, talking about things like this, triggering, I don't think is the word I would use as to how it affects me, but I just feel very awkward. If that makes sense. Tattletales. I also saw that story last night. Yeah. Yeah, I don't, yeah. Let's put it this way. I hope it's just a rumor and that's it. I hope that this rumor is not true. Straight down. Straight down, I hope this rumor's not true. That's it. Jeffrey Cranwell, thank you so much for joining as a leader. Appreciate your face. And thank you so much for that very generous super chat there. Sugar Bucks of $5. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Lisa Boo, it is a difficult discussion. Um, and until people can show receipts, until people can show proof, evidence, whatever, right? So mainstream media, God forbid, even reports on it, in an alternate reality. I just think it's, yeah, no. Personally, for me, no. Mic drop, Lisa. Thank you so much for the sugar book saying this is why I was asking for people to stop speculating. There you go. And yes, Flossie Laurie, yeah, let's just move off this topic. Yeah, let's change the subject. Back to the main topic. Thanks, you guys. Let's go into this. Oh, my goodness. All right, Meghan Markle's new royal hit piece has been blocked by King Charles and his new Netflix deal. Meg's new royal Netflix nightmare has just begun. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose, the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because Meg's new rumoured royal hit piece, it seems to have been blocked by King Charles and his new Netflix deal. Now, what am I talking about? What the deuce is going on? Well, firstly, let me lay down some groundwork for you because this has been dominating the headlines over the weekend. King Charles teams up with Netflix for new documentary starring Idris Elba after Prince Harry and Meg's multi-million-pound mega deal has flopped. And so the royals have announced a major new partnership between King Charles and Idris Elba for a new documentary film exploring the impact of the King's Trust as it celebrates its 50th anniversary. So Idris Elba, when he was younger, actually took advantage of the King's Trust back in the day. It was then known as the Prince's Trust. And Idris Elba has been very much open publicly as to how he says it's changed his life and enabled him to study acting. And so here, Idris Elba will accompany King Charles as he offers rare access and insights into his support for the trust, which he set up back in 1976. At its heart, the series will show compelling stories of some of the 1 million young people that the charity has helped around the world. Documentary begins filming next week and it's going to launch on Netflix in autumn 2026. And so Idris Elba said, quote, "The King's Trust gave me an opportunity that changed my life at a time when I didn't have the resources to pursue my ambitions. They offered real practical support, including financial help, that helped me take those first steps to advance my career. Today, though, the Elba Hope Foundation, I'm focused on creating those same opportunities for young people who are full of potential but lacking access. Around the world, millions are still waiting for that one door to open." So I like it how he's paying it forward. That's cool. He then says this documentary is about shining a light on what's possible when it does and why the work of the King's Trust remains so important. Now, King Charles won't be giving interviews, but it's understood he'll be filmed in conversation with the participants in the documentary. A palisade saying, quote, "The King is pleased for the Trust to have this wonderful opportunity to showcase their work to a global audience, sharing the compelling stories of some of the more than 1 million young people it has helped in Britain and intentionally over the past 50 years. Okay, so all of a sudden, out of the blue, King Charles makes a new Netflix deal. And you gotta think, what's in it for the royal family? What's in it for King Charles, really? Because Prince William made a deal with YouTube last year for the Earthshot Prize situation. So it would make more sense for King Charles to follow in that same footsteps and go to YouTube. Why would he go to Netflix instead? Which is, want of a better phrase, the home at the moment, the streaming home at the moment of Hazard and Megxit. Well, this to me is King Charles getting in bed with Netflix and using his influence and his contacts and everything to stop Megxie and Hazza in their tracks with their rumoured new royal hit piece. Now, I reported on this the last couple of weeks. And so here, the Express was reporting Megxie and Hazza's Netflix comeback likely amid money wars experts predict. And so the rumours are that Hazza and Megxie are going to return with a brand new Netflix series. According to betting analysts, there are odds of 5 to 6 that the Sussex will star in a new series about their day-to-day life before the end of 2026. Something titled The Only Way is Montecito. Experts at the betting channel believe the couple could invite cameras into their Montecito mansion, giving royal fans a closer look at the pair's post-palace life, but also as well an opportunity for Hazza and Megxie to further throw the royals under the bus. Now, the suggestion of a new reality-style show comes as whispers about the couple's finances grow louder. Now, you've got royal expert Norman Baker turning round and saying, quote, "There's no doubt in my mind that Meghan and Harry's income is going to decline in the future. It's declining now. They've done the big hits that they could do. They've done the big Spotify event. They've done the big book. There's nothing else to come, nothing else to sell apart from themselves." And so, how interesting it is, right, that on the 18th of June, there's this report that Megxie and Hazza are going to return to Netflix in a new reality documentary series, giving them another opportunity to further throw the royals under the bus. And then a couple of days later, 20th of June, as you can see right here, the reports come out that King Charles is teaming up with Netflix for his own documentary. What did Netflix promise to entice King Charles to go to their streaming platform, which at the moment, again, for want of a better phrase, is home, the streaming home for Megxie and Hazza's productions? Well, thanks to Royally Sage at Sage1411, I think we've got an answer here. Now, this is all opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. This is a blind item. So do your own research, come to your own conclusions on this. Now, this makes sense. And so here, we've got this from Secondhand Coke that Royally Sage is sharing. Now, make sure you are following Royally Sage on X because, as far as I'm concerned, they share the best blind items. And they're turning around and saying, basically, Ted Sarandis is Stockton Rush and Meg is the Ocean Gate Titan. Neither man could believe he had lost so much investor money trying to turn a talentless turnip into a star, even after the whole industry, even Bob Iger advised him to stay away. He's trapped in the sunk investment logical fallacy. He's throwing good money after bad at this point. Luckily, he has to answer to a board of directors, so he can't unilaterally just decide to contract with them further. There's talk of giving Harry and just Harry a 4-part docuseries about his mother, but I'm hearing most lately that this is extremely iffy. Like I give it a 1% chance of happening. The palace has allegedly strongly suggested that Netflix not take Harry at his word on anything, and that they have detailed inquiry into Diana's death, the facts of which would be injurious to the princess, her memory, and her family. Not the least of would be injurious to the princess, her memory, and her family, not the least of whom is her sons. They've also warned that any insinuation that history is going to repeat itself with the Sussex family being part of a targeted attack due to security breach is false, unduly inflammatory. If Netflix goes forward, a lawsuit will go forward to enjoin the production and in the process, reports showing the full scale of the Sussex's own reckless and dangerous behaviour as regards themselves will become known in a court of law if this project goes forward, let alone airs. Don't know how true it all is, but the royal family doesn't seem in the mood to be blindsided any further. Last time the media failed to give them first reply, and they're sick of that. So if this tries to go ahead, it looks like the royal family are going to make it very difficult and very expensive, if not legally impossible to produce. All they have to do is prove Harry's lying, and if his mouth is open with no joint or beer nearby, it's a safe bet that he is. So you have this blind item, okay, from Secondhand Coke, and thanks to Royally Sage for sharing it right on X, turning round and saying that the palace has allegedly spoken to Netflix and said, do not take Harry at his word for anything, right? And don't do this docuseries with Hazza and Megxie at all. It's going to be injurious to everyone. They've given Netflix allegedly warnings. And that, you know, the Sussexes are providing unduly inflammatory lies and messages about the royal family, this, that, and the other, right? Even going to the point where the royals allegedly have threatened a lawsuit if Netflix is going to go forward with the production with Hazza and Megxie. Interesting, right? So going around full circle here, okay? June the 18th, we get this headline that Megxie and Hazza are going to come back and do another joint documentary reality TV series with Netflix. A couple of days later, on the 20th of June, we get the headline, King Charles has teamed up with Netflix for a documentary series. He didn't go to YouTube like Prince William did for his Earthshot Prize situation, no. King Charles went to Netflix. And we get this headline a couple of days later. Then all of a sudden, we get this blind item that's essentially turning round and saying that the royal family has threatened a lawsuit and told Netflix not to take Hazza at his word because it's all lies. I wonder, for Netflix to be able to sign on King Charles, was there a stipulation that King Charles would only partner with Netflix if they dropped any further productions that Hazza and Megxie were going to make in regards to the royal family? It seems like that to me. I mean, what do you guys think? King Charles is not going to sign up with Netflix unless, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, he can try and assert some kind of control over this situation once and for all and stop Megxie and Hazza in their tracks to produce any further series that's going to throw the royal family under the bus. I mean, what do you guys think? With that being said, for those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. But for those watching live or on the replay, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. What do you think? Do you think Megxie's new royal hit piece has been blocked by King Charles and his new Netflix deal? I know I believe that, but do you agree with me? For those watching live, though, stay exactly where you are because the third story is going to be coming up shortly. Megxie has reignited her feud with Victoria Beckham to promote her as ever clothes. What the frick is going on there? Well, for those watching live, stay exactly where you are because we're going to jump into that shortly. But for those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, and that was the second story for today's live stream. We're going to be getting on to the third story in a minute. Aussie Ann 2025, thank you so much for the $3.99 sugar bucks. And my favourite, yay, this is my favourite super chat sticker. This is the ginger doggy farting arts moment. And for those that don't know, let me explain. This is a ginger doggy. There are hearts coming from the tail, and when you lift the tail from a doggy, what's directly underneath? The butthole. Therefore, this is a ginger doggy farting arts moment. You'll never be able to ever unsee it ever again. You're very welcome. Oh my goodness, Aussie Ann 2025. Thank you so much. Appreciate your face. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Oh my goodness, Big SM. Thank you so much for the £2 sugar buck saying 20th of June as ever jam King Charles's Netflix deal. Yeah. But as I went through earlier on in this live stream, there there's a bonus story that's going to be coming up. Thanks to all you guys that have been able to contribute towards today's Super Chat Go and completely smash it, by the way. And it is about Meg's second drop of her As Ever products on the 20th of June. And the real reason why she actually did it and made a U-turn. And Netflix is involved. So we'll be getting onto that story after I've finished the third one, which will be coming up in a moment. Let's see what else you guys are saying before we get to the third story. Walksfar says, I totally believe Hazard and Megzy are broke because of the roadside stand selling jam, says it all really. If they are doing that. I don't think they are, but there we go. Okay, guys, so yeah, let's jump into the third story for today's live stream. Megzy has reignited her feud with Victoria Beckham to promote her As Ever clothes line. This is insane. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught my eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because Megzy, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, has just reignited her feud with Victoria Beckham to promote her As Ever fashion line. Check this out. So this is being recorded by Radar Online, exclusive. Megzy's ambitions to become a fashion designer like Victoria Beckham are doomed before they even start. And so here, they're saying money-hungry Duchess Megzy is scheming to plunge headfirst into the clothing business, but insiders are sneering at her chances of success, predicting that Hazard's wife won't make a ripple in the fashion world. RadarOnline.com can reveal. An insider says, quote, Meghan knows she's diving into one of the most ruthless industries in the world, but she's not going to let fear stop her. If anything, she's excited by the idea of shaking things up and taking on the mean girls and gatekeepers. She's even joked that she wants to become the next Anna Wintour or Victoria Beckham. A source adding, Megzy is deluding herself if she thinks she can waltz into the fashion world and become this overnight sensation. The people at the top of that food chain won't take kindly to some upstart coming in and trying to reinvent the wheel, let alone someone as hated and arrogant as Megzy. And so, this is the thing. Notice how the insider mentions mean girls and gatekeepers in the same sentence right here as Anna Wintour and Victoria Beckham. Why is this insider reigniting the feud? By essentially, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, calling Beckham and Wintour mean girls and gatekeepers? Really, it comes to the point of essentially how will she be able to break into the fashion world as a designer when she's not even respecting fashion's royalty? And best believe, if Anna Wintour is like the empress of fashion's royalty, right? Like the top empress, the top, like she's above everyone else, right? Beckham is definitely one of the queens, okay? In fashion royalty. Make no mistake of that. Yet, Megzy wants to break into the fashion industry and be like Victoria Beckham. Then at the same time, she's completely reigniting a feud with Victoria Beckham. How this insider is inferring, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that Victoria Beckham and Anna Wintour are mean girls. I mean, Meg's a mean girl as well, let's be real. But Victoria Beckham's not a mean girl. Anna Wintour's not a mean girl. They're just hardcore businesswomen, know what they want and get it. There's a slight difference as far as I'm concerned. And this is the thing. I wonder how, if Megzy is reigniting the feud with Victoria Beckham in a cockamamie way to promote her future As Ever fashion line, I wonder how Megzy will be able to actually sell her clothes under the As Ever brand when she's banned from doing so because another Chinese company called As Ever has got there first. So I wonder why, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, why is Team Sussex, because I believe this is all coming from Team Sussex, trying to leak information out there that Megxie wants to do a fashion line? Well, she can't do a fashion line, really, in the grand scheme of things, not under the As Ever banner, because the trademark office has banned her from doing that, because there's a Chinese As Ever that got there first. So what is Megxie resorting to instead? Well, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, she's resorting to reigniting the feud with Victoria Beckham to promote a future As Ever fashion line. But I don't think that fashion line is going to be under the As Ever moniker. It's impossible. It can't be. This is a precursor to a new project that Megxie is trying to lift off the ground. A fashion line separate to As Ever, called something completely different. And this is Megxie laying in the groundwork in the media to turn round and completely reignite the feud with Victoria Beckham with this insider, right? Calling her mean girls and gatekeepers and whatnot to promote her future brand clothes line, her future brand fashion line, in whatever brand it's going to be under. If Megxie thinks it's the best idea in the whole wide world to reignite a feud with Victoria Beckham to promote a future As Ever fashion line or whatever it's going to be, right? Yeah, bad move. Bad move indeed. Victoria Beckham is a queen in the fashion world. Anna Wintour is the empress, the top dog in the fashion world. You don't want to be pissing off those two, that's for sure. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Like, share, comment down below, all those watching on the replay, your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, to this story. Those watching live, stay exactly where you are. We're going to be getting on to the bonus Hazard and Megxie story next. Meghan Markle's real reason for her big, massive U-turn and doing a second product drop for As Ever. What's the real reason? Got everything to do with Netflix, allegedly. So we'll be getting into that in a moment for those watching live. For those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, and that was the third story for today's live stream. We're going to get onto the bonus Hazard and Megxie story in a moment. Firstly, though, thank you so much to Tammy Jo Hosfield for being a leader for the last 12 months. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for your support for the leadership. Turning around and saying, well, Stef, 1 year anniversary without all. I think Meghan is playing games, trying to get a billionaire by using Hazard until she leaves to EAU. Yeah. Absolutely. And Stephen Magnus, thank you so much for another sugar buck saying, As Ever, banned from clothes, Chinese As Ever trademark. Yeah. As I got through towards the end of that particular segment for the third story. Thank you so much, Big SM. Really appreciate your face. And guys, thanks to those that were able to contribute towards today's Super Chat goal. You have been able to unlock the bonus Hazard and Megxie story. And so, yeah, let's jump into it because, yeah. You want to know Meghan Markle's real reason for her As Ever's all of a sudden unexpected second product drop? Oh, it was to keep her contract with Netflix. Let's jump into it right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught my eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because, Meg's real reason for the unexpected second product drop for her brand as ever. Why did she do it in the end? Oh, it was to keep her contract with Netflix, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. So let me jump into it first and foremost with laying down a little bit of a groundwork. We all remember this moment right here over the last few weeks. This interview from Fast Company that Megzy did, how Meghan built her pioneering partnership with Netflix. And so under this section, what comes next for As Ever, this went viral. So As Ever's first collection was a runaway success. Meghan says that even though the team spent a year preparing the line and forecasting demand, all the products on the site sold out in 45 minutes. Now they're trying to plan As Ever's next phase. The easiest thing to do would have been to endlessly restock the popular products, which would likely sell out very quickly again. But while the As Ever team has hinted online that the items will be back on sale soon, Meghan also wants to take a step back, gather data from the launch, and figure out exactly what As Ever could be. She says she's planning to announce new products in the first quarter of 2026, saying, "I want to really focus on the hospitality angle of As Ever. But as we take the learnings, we can understand what the customer's needs are seasonally." And so, a couple of weeks ago, she turns around and she says, essentially, in our opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that she wasn't going to release anything else under the As Ever brand until 2026. Because she wanted to take a step back, reassess, figure out what the brand's about, and then go forward with the second drop. Now, a lot of us Megxiteers in the community, of course, reported on this. And my criticism to Megzy was, that's not really how business people work. Like, if they do a drop and it's massively successful, then they rush to get new product to replenish the stocks to repeat that success again. Why have the success the first time and then wait until next year for a second drop, when at that point people have just forgotten about the brand and her in the first place at that stage, right? You want to strike whilst the iron's hot. It's essentially what I'm getting to here, right? Now, thanks to Royally Sage on X, perhaps now we know the real reason why Megzy did a second product drop unexpectedly after that Fast Company interview. Here, Royally Sage at Sage1411 saying this is from the Netflix site. They announced her products were to be sold seasonally. Did Rachel break contract with them by dumping this seasonal model, or did Netflix dump her? And here's the screenshot of the Netflix website, the article on Netflix's website, that, yeah, I found here. With love, Meghan is whipping up season 2. And this is a legitimate screen grab because here it is right here on Netflix's website. For those looking to try some of Meghan and her guests' favourite recipes and crafts at home, check out our collection of some of the show's how-tos here. Plus, now you can use products personally developed by Meghan for her lifestyle brand As Ever. Launching this spring, it showcases a collection of items like the aforementioned flour sprinkles, teas, and baking mixes that will change seasonally. And so, with Netflix right here, okay, under the opinion that Megzy should be releasing products at least seasonally, it looks like Megzy, from what she said right here in that Fast Company interview, was in violation of a contract with Netflix when she said she'd wait until next year for her next drop. I mean, think about it. Her original drop, the first one, right, for As Ever, was a couple of months back in the spring. But we're now in summer. So if her products are to be released seasonally, as per what Netflix writes, then she needs to do a summer drop. And only after a couple of weeks, since she said, when I could get my teeth back in, that she would wait until next year, we now witness this massive U-turn, and she drops her summer products a couple of days ago. Now, I wonder, did Netflix read this interview and then threaten Megzy to release a summer drop quick? Otherwise, she would be potentially breaking a contract with them, and they would then pull out as a result. Because ultimately, as I had actually reported on on Friday's Daily Nerd Live a couple of days ago, I went through information that actually suggests that Megsy's actually lost control of her brand to Netflix, that Netflix is really running the show for us ever, not Megsy. Megsy's just the front of it all, but she really is not the brains or the what sit behind the whole operation. It's all Netflix. And so if that is the case, then if Netflix pulls out altogether, because in this scenario, she's potentially broken her contract by saying, really, she's not going to be releasing things seasonally. Instead, she's going to wait until next year for the second drop. Yeah, Netflix pulling out as of ever would be the ultimate death nail for that brand. Without Netflix, that brand does not exist. In my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. So, Megsy says she's not going to release anything until next year, right? But Netflix, on their own website, is saying that Megsy's going to be releasing things seasonally. Her first drop was in spring. We're now in summer. All of a sudden, after a couple of weeks of Megsy saying this, she's done a massive U-turn and produced a second product drop for us ever a couple of days ago for summer. So, did Netflix see this interview, go up to Megsy and say, if you do not release a seasonal drop for summer shortly, we're out? And with that threat, potential threat, did that then cause Megsy to all of a sudden do a U-turn and do a second product drop for us ever? Unexpectedly. And what do you guys think? With that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm still not done with you guys yet. But for those watching live on the replay, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. Why do you think Megsy did a massive U-turn and unexpectedly then released a second product drop for us ever? What do you guys think? If you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comments down below. If you're watching live, let me know in the live chat. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. But for those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, you guys, and that was the bonus Hazza and Megsy story for today's live stream. Again, big massive thanks to everyone that was able to contribute to today's super chat goal. I really do appreciate all your faces, so thank you so much for that. I'm going to go through a couple of your comments before we end today's live stream. I'm going to do that whilst you guys see my second channel. Yes, for those that are watching live on the replay, if you guys want more content from me, then please head on over to my second channel, Political Nerds. We're having so much fun over there at the moment. My goodness, thank you so much to everyone that's made the jump over to my second channel. The party don't stop, the party don't end. Get on over to my second channel, Political Nerds, and we can have fun together. Thank you so much, though, in the meantime, to Chris Mills for your very generous £10 sugar bucks. Really appreciate your first, mate. Thank you so much. Saying Kylie Minogue tested her rosé wine 10 years before the launch. Klepto Meg has a tanker of a happy shopper. Yeah. This is the thing, and I'm actually going to be looking into this because it's the reason why I've not reported on Megsy and her rosé wine yet is because I'm waiting for more information to come through. I don't know if it'll come through or not, but I am waiting for it. All we know at the moment is Megsy has teased that she's releasing rosé wine. or something along those lines, right? Okay. But is she really? Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Elaine Walsh says, sorry, the king could send a video message to the Invictus Games. He could. And that could be a happy medium. Instead of attending the Invictus Games, the king and Prince William could do a video message for the Invictus Games veterans. That could be a happy medium. So then Hazard can't turn around and say that he's a victim and the royal family are mean and they don't want to support the veterans, blah, blah, blah. That could be a happy medium. I get that. Sarge is like, who is buying this cheap Labour stuff? I think we all know. It's the morons. It's the sugars. The majority of them. Anyway, my biggest boozy through, whatever. I'm just waiting for that raspberry spread. So then I can finally do the long-awaited Jam Wars. It's still happening. I'm just waiting. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Carol says, Neil Sean reported Netflix was livid with Megxie when she did her announcement. Not surprised. Not surprised. Especially when at the time, presumably they were still in talks with His Majesty King Charles for him to partner with Netflix. So yeah. Craig Mawson says, Steph, I don't think Megxie has the brain for business. No, I don't either. You know, when you listen to that podcast, Confessions of a Female Flounder, yeah, it doesn't seem like it. It really, really doesn't. Monkey time! All right, guys. So, for those that don't know, when we hit... Oh, no. Not that one. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's as if I've never streamed before. But yeah, for those that don't know, when we hit 500 likes on a stream, we achieve a monkey, because 500 is a monkey. We call it a monkey. So yeah, guys, we've hit over 500 likes for this stream, so get your dancing monkey shoes on, because we've just achieved a monkey. So thank you so much to everyone that hit that like button. Every 500 likes, we achieve a monkey. So if you want to get your dancing monkey shoes on again, we need to get to 1,000 likes before the end of this stream. So there we go on that, you guys. Deb Lynn, thank you so much for subscribing to my second channel, Political Nerds. Appreciate your face. Thanks to Wendy Marino as well for doing so. Appreciate it. Mic Drop Lisa, did you see my DM on Twitter about Political Nerds? Let me have a look. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I can sort that out. Yeah. Yeah, I can rent you, love. That's not a problem, Mic Drop. It's cool. I'm only starting to go and do live streams over on Political Nerds. I'm building that up. So yeah, I definitely will. Absolutely. Carte blanche, the jam wall of Stef. Yep, there you go. Jam wall of Stef. There we are. TX KitKat says, Steph, you don't need to get sick from the jam. It'd make for good content though, wouldn't it? Let's be real. Deb Lane says, Steph, did you buy the apricot spread? No, because my kind of deal is I've got like strawberry jams from different places. So we've got King's Jam, we've got Small Batch Company Jam, the jam place where Megxie originally was alleged to have basically white labelled from. And then we've got proper Yorkshire homegrown jam. Not my homegrown, but, you know, proper like homegrown in Yorkshire jam. So, yeah, I'm waiting for the raspberry jam to come back. So, you know, I have a comparable like-for-like situation. The apricot spread just wouldn't, taste-wise, be comparable, if that makes sense. Yeah, guys, Stop with that speculation, please, in the live chat. Stop with that speculation right now. No disrespect to you guys, but there is no place for this discussion at the moment in this community, on this channel, until it has been confirmed, if it has happened in the first place. I hope it hasn't. I really, really hope it hasn't, okay? Because we've still got to remember that even though, admittedly, I'm not their biggest fan for Hazza and Megzy, right? Not particularly fond of them. They are still human beings. And so, yeah, I echo Head Mod, Project Metal Music's message here. Until it's confirmed, until there is evidence that confirms this, I don't want this discussed in our community. Personally, for me. Because there's nothing to discuss. At the moment, it's, for me, respectfully, just a rumour. Just a rumour, and that's it. And the main reason, if I'm going to be honest with you, why I don't want, respectfully, this to be discussed is because I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. For Hazza's sake, for Meg's sake, for their kids' sake, I hope this isn't true. I hope it's not true. If it transpires that unfortunately it is, and there's evidence that's out there and it's confirmed, then okay, I'll do my duty and I will report on it. But we're not there at the moment, as far as I'm concerned. And so mainly, I don't want this to be discussed because, quite frankly, I hope this is not true. For Hazza's sake, for Meg's sake, for their kids' sake, I hope it's not true. It is as simple as that. There we go. Sonia, thank you so much for that very, very wonderful and very kind $2.79 sugar bucks. Thank you so, so much. Ray Tallerwood, thank you so much for this very, very kind message. Hi, Steph. I enjoy your sense of humour. Do you know what? I'm biased. I enjoy my sense of humour too. Totally agree. Kind regards from Ray in New Zealand. Well, kind regards from Steph in Yorkshire. There we are. Sonia Patterson says, can you go to Birmingham to ask people there if they want Invictus? Oh. Let me just make a very, very quick note. Do you know what? It's not a bad idea, Sonia. I'm going to look into it. Thank you so much. Wendy Marino says, multitasking is in your wheelhouse. I know, right? This is all just me, guys. I don't have anyone helping me at all. I find the stories. I, do the videos, edit them, upload them, do the thumbnails, the titles, the whole lot. I do this stream completely on my own. This is 100% just me, guys, all right? No one in the background. And I like it that way. I'm a little bit of a control freak, I have to admit. I do like it that way. Tammy Jo says, glad to know you're going live on the other channel. Yes, and I'll be going live on Political Nerds more and more. It's called the Red Alert Broadcast. There we are, the live stream's there. Beverly Hassel says, thank you for not jumping on this bandwagon. Yeah. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Not a chance. Nope. Julia Collins, thank you so much for the $5 sugar bucks and the Mr. Green Blob there. Appreciate you. Carte Blanche says, thank you, Steph. The Sidley twins had the same attitude. There we go. There we are. And respect to the Sidley twins. Make sure you subscribe to them as well here on YouTube. But yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else you guys are saying. And let me be very clear on something else before, my words potentially get twisted on this, right? Because I'm seeing, certain names come up in the live stream, and you know, whoever's reporting on this, right? Hear them out. Hear them out. Whoever's reporting on this, right? Hear them out. Watch their video. Support them if you want to, right? That's absolutely fair enough, right? Hear them out. See what they've got to say about it. But again, respectfully for me, until there's more reports on this, you know, and confirmation and more evidence, then I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. Plus as well, I feel awkward discussing it because of my own personal experiences with it. So, yeah. And I hope that it's not true. It's essentially the main reason why I don't want a report on it in the first place, you know, guys? So, yeah. Respectfully, you know, hear the others out, right, that are reporting on it. Yeah? Hear them out, see what they've got to say, make your own decision on what you want to believe and not believe. Do you know what I mean? All right? Okay. Stef Ward, yeah, thank you, Steph. Hopefully it's not true. Exactly. Exactly. Dawn Rag, respect, Steph. Not everyone will be respectful for the families concerned. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, right? I mean, it's not every day that I do a video defending Hazza and Megxie, but I do that from time to time, right? When I feel that it is appropriate to do so. One example that springs to mind was when this OnlyFans model was threatening to release nude pictures of Prince Hazza during his time in Las Vegas all those years ago before Megxie that haven't been seen before, right? And a lot of people, when I were looking on the internet, you know, on Twitter and whatnot, were like, yes, karma for Hazza, karma for Hazza, karma for Hazza. And for me, I actually did a video and I'm like, no, this is actually revenge porn, releasing intimate pictures of Hazza without his permission. That's wrong. And it doesn't just affect him, but it affects Megxie and the children. You've got to think about the impact that would make if that OnlyFans model did release those pictures. Thankfully, she didn't. She got banned from the site because of what she was planning to do. But yeah, we also do have to keep in mind that regardless of how much we may dislike Hazza and Megxie, they are still human beings. And so, yeah, there you go. And there's a family involved. There's a family involved. Carol says, Steph on the ground in Birmingham. Yep. It's a good idea, actually. I'm in Yorkshire. If I got the train down to Birmingham, I've done it before a couple of times to go see Alter Bridge. Take about 3-4 hours. Yeah. Yeah, it's doable. It's easy to do. TX KitKat says, are any more marathons coming up for you, Steph? No. No. There are going to be, what do you call it? More like cycling sportives coming up. But when it comes to running marathons, no. No. I did a 10K a couple of weeks ago and that killed me off. So yeah, running. I might do running from time to time if, let's say I want to run a mile. Right? Like I've got this plan in my head where every morning I want to do a mile a day. That's what I've got in my head. Because Mr. Fox has a friend who does a mile a day running. And I thought, do you know what? That's not a bad idea. I have this running gear. I might as well put it to good use. So yeah, I'm thinking doing a mile a day every morning, which seems really, really fun to do. But marathons, no. Not at the moment. I'm tempted to do the same 10K next year though. See if I can do 10K in under an hour. I hope so. But yeah, at the moment, marathons, like half marathons or full marathons, no. No. Not a chance. Carol says, Royal Daily Tea and Sue Smith reflected the same attitude. Yeah. 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 And again, I don't mean any disrespect to those that are reporting on it. Please, I implore you, I encourage you, watch those videos. Hear the other side. Hear what they're reporting on and what they're saying. And then you guys can make a decision as to, you know, what you want to believe and not. All right? Personally, for me, though, and this channel and this community, yeah, I'm with Royal Daily Tea and Sue Smith and the Sidleys. Lisa Boo, thank you for your honest reporting, Steph. Always much love. There you go. I will not beat around the bush. I'll tell you what's what on my side of things anyway. Michelle R says, exactly, don't repeat it until it's confirmed by an absolutely reliable source. I hope it's not true either. The royal family doesn't need that added stress. I would also say that Megsy and the children don't need that added stress as well. I mean, she's the freaking bed. Think about it, guys. If you've got 2 kids, right? And you're with your husband, it's full family unit, you're all together. And in this scenario, your husband ODs. She's the freaking bed. It's not just going to affect the wider family, it's going to affect the core family, the wife and the kids. It can be, must be, mentally scarring for everyone involved. So yeah, the royal family doesn't need the added stress, I agree, but Megsy and the kids don't either. And Hazard doesn't either. You know, discussing this rumour, right? TX KitKat says, LOL, stick with cycling, girl. Yeah, I actually did a 65, 66 kilometre ride yesterday. And yeah, that killed me. Oh my goodness, I totally went for it with Mr. Fox. In the end, I had to split off from Mr. Fox and just go straight home because I was done in. It was about 7 o'clock at night, and we were in the middle of summer, so it's still light out until about 10, half 10, right? It's about 7, half 7 in the evening, and I'm like, Mr. Fox, I'm sorry, bye-bye, I'm going home. Follow me or not, it's up to you, but I'm off home. So, yeah, I am definitely going to be sticking with cycling, absolutely. I need to, my road is fine, my mountain bike's fine, I need to fix my e-bike. I use that a lot for like food shopping because I've got like the panniers on either side. It's pretty cool. But yeah, there we are. Deb Lane says, running killed me too. I couldn't get her bed for like 2 days. Yeah. Yeah. When I did my 10K a few weeks ago now, I did it in an hour and 5 minutes. Really proud of myself for doing it. And yeah, it took me a week to overcome. My legs were killing me. They wanted me dead. Lynn Kilpatrick says, would you like to go to Lady C's ball someday? Well, it looks like you missed my announcement a few weeks back because I'm going. I'm going. I'm going to be there in a couple of weeks' time. I've got my shoes. I've got my dress. I've got my clutch, my makeup sorted, my hairstyle sorted. I did order a tiara, but it's not come. So I've got a refund for that, and I'm going to get another tiara. The only thing I need to do, my dress is literally here, like right, like there, hung up. The only thing I need to do now is go to a tailor's just to put my dress up a little bit because it's way too long. I'm vertically challenged, guys. So it's way too long for me. So I do need to get that taken up, which I'll get done next week. But yeah, I'm going. I'm so lucky to be able to go. Hopefully I'll be able to take pictures and film a little bit. Of course, I will have to respect Lady C's rules. It's her castle, it's her house. But yeah, I'm going. And oh my goodness, I'm not going to say anything right now, but shout out to Amber, right? My mate Amber. What a lovely, lovely lass she is. I found out basically a couple of other of my mates are coming to Lady C's ball. And I messaged Amber and I was like, can I can I sit with these guys, please, on their table? And she was like, of course, of course. I'm like, yay. Our table, right? Seriously, our table at Lady C's ball is going to be where the parties are. Booyah. But our table is going to be the table where everyone wants to be at. Okay, we're going to have so much fun. It's going to be so freaking awesome. I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. You have no idea. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, I am going to Lady C's ball. I'll be there in a couple of weeks' time. And Gunna Girl says you're gonna have a great time. Yes. Chris Mills, Mr. Fox, well done keeping my wonder Stef healthy. Yeah. Mic Drop Lisa says, can we get a sneak peek of the dress? Nah. No. Nah. I'm not gonna do that. The dress that I've chosen, I absolutely adore. And yeah, I'm really, really proud of my choice. I want to leave it until you guys see it with me wearing it, kind of thing. I love it. Let's TX KitKat says, yay, how fun. You need to do a video of you getting ready and take us along on the Lady C journey. Oh, I want to do one better than that. So it's not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that is going to be Lady C's ball. And where I'm staying, I'm going to bring my portable studio with me. And one of the things that I want to do is I want to live stream that Saturday as I'm getting ready, like to putting my makeup on and all that lot, right? So yeah, I'm thinking of actually doing that, but like a live get ready with me for Lady C's ball, like stream, that kind of thing. So yeah, watch out for that. You need to do a reveal for us right before you go. Oh yeah. Don't worry, it's all in hand. It is all in hand. I'll probably put my makeup on first and then put the dress on. And so once my makeup's on, I'll be away from the camera for a short period just to put my dress on and then come back and then you guys get to see it all. So yeah, that's kind of like the plan. If that makes sense. Yeah, Project Metal Music. Cool stuff. Looking forward to that live stream. There we are. Well, yeah, guys, with that being said, that is it for today's live stream. But don't worry, you guys, the party does not stop. If you want more content from me, then make sure you subscribe to my second channel, Political Nerds. Thank you so much to everyone that's already subscribed there. If you're watching live, the link to this channel is pinned right at the top of the live chat. For those watching on the replay, the link is in the description bar below. Thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in to today's live stream. I appreciate all your faces. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend and have a great week that's upcoming wherever you are in the world. Until the next time, you guys. Laters.